Oh no.
Just
Oh
stop!
no, chat.
Just stop it! Stop!
Oh
No!
no.
Just stop it!
So, my sincere condolences to anyone who thought the OPQ was dead, but OPQ not dead. Hello everyone, it's Quag here, and I'm here to go over our new build. This is called Know You Flak, and it centers around using Flak's damage formula, crit bonuses, and bonus elements, combined with the new times 34 Mayhem scaling on shield damage effects to make Flak do a bunch of ridiculous, barely player input required things. And as you can see from the clips, we've got Racks doing damage, we've got Hunter Seekers doing damage, we've got OPQ drones doing damage, and we've got messy breakup drones doing damage. And this is all possible through the recent change that allows many shenanigans through the combination of shields and the URAD anoint. That is unhealthy radiation, 150% radiation damage, under 50% HP. So let's go into the skill trees and the gear, and I'll explain how everything works. So to start with skill trees, pretty standard with a couple of minor deviations. As experienced flag players might know, optimal red tree is going to be maxing the usual skills: Leave No Trace, IPS, Hunter's Eye, Head Count, Big Game, Most Dangerous Game, and then taking Galactic Shadow and Megavore. And to get there, you need to spend 2 points in one of these 4 skills. Now we're going to put them in Grim Harvest because we are using Rax as a primary damage source. And you'll notice Grim Harvest is max. We are taking 3 points and fully maxing that because it is significant for our output. We'll touch on that in the other trees, but the augments we're using on Rax are Flock and Load and Raxcelerate for maximum rack damage. And we are using Spider Ant Scorcher for the elemental damage. This is almost always Flak's most useful pet. Going to Green Tree, it's pretty simple. Furious Attack, just because it's something that gives us damage. Sikkim is useless for non-attack command-centric builds, and Self-Repairing System is just generally underwhelming. Then we're going down to Eager to Impress for cooldown on our racks. This is going to be important. Head count gives us a lot, but why not get more? And then 1 point in all my BFFs just to ensure that our pet almost never dies. 1 point in Lick the Wounds. This is quality of life. This is just in case you same frame, where an enemy downs you right as you kill them and you have no targets left, your pet can get you up. In the blue tree, it's pretty standard. Persistence Hunter, Ferocity just to get down the tree. We go 1 in Who Rescued Who for that crucial pet survivability. This makes your pet a complete wall. It's very rare that anything that isn't Mayhem scaled takes down your pet with this active. Then you've got Frenzy for that juicy V1 damage. You've got Saigo Head on a Stick just to make your pet get to targets faster. You've got Barbaric Yawp to boost your Scorcher bonus. And then you've got Pack Tactics for more juicy V1 damage. So this all comes together, and this allows you to maximize your damage output with these main sources. Most importantly, your shield slot. Now, most of the demonstration footage is with the messy breakup here, but you have a variety of options. If you look at my bag here, I've got both elements of messy breakup with reflect parts, because reflect Mayhem scales, and URAD, as you may know, is one of the 2 bonus elements, along with Terror Cryo, that properly Mayhem scales with Mayhem scaling things. So you can add that onto those effects to do massive damage. But other options you can use a O.M to give everything you're doing more damage while you're standing in the circle. You can use a Frozen Snowshoe for CC and a reflect part. Or you can use a Rico. Now Rico will give you the most possible reflects, and these reflects get bonus elements. Those bonus elements can crit. And Rico reflects Mayhem scale, URAD Mayhem skills, you're seeing where this is going. We can make our Rico Reflex, or Reflex in general, do so much damage that enemies will one-shot themselves just by trying to attack you. And this makes it a great survivability option as well, because reflected bullets don't hurt you. Now, you also have the Void Rift. The Void Rift is one of the best damage and CC shields that you can get in the game now. It's fantastic. It sucks all enemies in with a singularity, and then makes a very powerful Cryo Nova. It has the bonus effect of when you get shot, it makes homing cryo spikes that don't generally do a lot of damage, but sometimes they can kill things. So you can play around with more shields than just these. These are just some of my favorites that I have. You can do a lot with the shield slot, but for the purposes of the build video, we're going to be focusing mostly on the messy breakup. Now, that's our main damage source. Behind that, we have Hunter Seekers. Those who are familiar with Flak know this is a staple grenade. You throw it out, it makes drones. Those drones shoot bullets that count as if they were fired from a gun. They don't get gun damage scaling, but they do trigger Furious Attack, and because they are bullets, they can crit, which means not only can they crit naturally, the bonus elements on them can crit via Megavore. Hunter Seeker pumps out crits like nobody's business. And because of that, it's going to give us a lot of Leave No Trace procs and a lot of headcount procs. Those are important for the build. Now, because those crit, manufacturer crit bonus on your class mod will boost it. Will boost your Hunter Seeker crits. So more damage there. If you're holding an Unforgiven, this is an option for the build. That will boost it. Going into the class mod now, Rack Pack is going to be your best option for messy breakup because it will provide you the most mileage out of your crits in giving you back more casts to make more drones. Also, Rack Pack is best in slot for making your racks do damage, and since that's our next primary damage source, it all makes sense. You want to go with Splash to boost your racks, Manufacturer crit in order to boost all of your elements critting. Hi, cat. And the third roll is up to you. I have gun damage here to boost the OPQ we're using. More on that later. But you can go any number of routes there. You can go action skill damage to further boost your racks. You can go assault rifle damage to boost your OPQ. I just went with the generic gun damage to give myself some options. But experiment there. The important thing though is manufacturer crit, and you want as many points in pack tactics as possible, and then head count is your next priority on a Rack Pack. Alternatively, you can go Cosmic Stalker for more damage, less casts. Experiment to taste. The artifact slot is a little more free than the other slots are. The important part is Deathless. You need that to trigger and keep on your Uradanoid. Now, for the prefix, you can do any number of things. Atom Bomb works great because everything's radiation, so we're exploding everything. But I like Spark Plug because this enables you to do some specific bossing strats, particularly on enemies with weird hitboxes that just get chunked by the Spark Plug. Two examples of those are the Rampager and Scourge, the Invincible, at the end of the Guardian takedown. They take quite a lot of damage from the Spark Plug. And we can Ground Slam as a method of applying our Groundbreaker, which will be fully stacked almost at all times due to the amount of sources of damage we have going out. So experiment to taste with the prefix here, but the important part is Deathless. Now, as for guns, Unforgiven, you guys know this by now. The game's been out a year. Unforgiven crit bonus will apply to other things happening while you are holding the gun. So this will apply to your Hunter Seeker crits, to your Messy Breakup bonus element crits, to your Spark Plug bonus element crits, to your Ricochet bonus elements crits, or your Reflect rather. And Unforgiven is honestly a solid gun in the hands of Flak. As long as you hit your shots, you can still kill things. OPQ. Now this is from the Cartel event, and the alternate fire of this weapon lets you spawn drones. And these drones are smaller OPQs that will just shoot for you, and they have all the functionality of the main gun. Now we can abuse Flak's Leave No Trace in order to spawn more of these before the weapon forces you back into the main fire mode. You see some of that in the gameplay. Now OPQ cannot go above level 57 because it was time limited. this hasn't stopped us. This still works as long as you build properly in the hands of Flak. It's just a great all-around gun, and it fits the theme of the build. This Face Puncher is just here for, you know, emergencies and second wins. It's not necessary at all to the build. So as for the rest, we're looking at standard Mayhem modifiers, you know, the usual of Postmortem, Drone Ranger, Healy Avenger in the very hard, and medium slots, respectively. Use your best judgment for medium and hard in terms of the least intrusive possible things. In hard, you could honestly go with buddy system if you so choose, but I tend to run Postmortem on almost everything for being the least intrusive. For the easy modifier, one thing to keep in mind is More Than Okay Boomer will give you effectively infinite Hunter Seekers to continue the main gameplay loop. So I would recommend that. But if you are going to get by without spamming too many Hunter Seekers, you could go Speed Demon if you want to preserve some takedown skips and just have that extra mobility. But I would highly recommend More Than Okay Boomer. But other than that, that about covers everything. I'll leave you with some extra gameplay here of some more Guardian takedown mobbing. But I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Thanks for coming out. And I am live 7 days a week on Twitch over at twitch.tv/tvjquag. Come say hi. I play this build and others on stream. And hope to see you guys around. Take care. Did Flak just say something about the Unforgiven, chat? I swear he did. They did. You lose your last bit of integrity blaming chat. Wait, I had a bit of integrity left? I already forgot what it's like.